Good morning, Delta Ta Delta. It is Wednesday, April 10th, and it is the Delt Day of Giving. Why do I still have my glasses on from earlier this week? Because we just eclipsed $26,000 raised to benefit the Delta Ta Delta Educational Foundation and various causes around the fraternity. Hi, everyone. I'm Vince Russo. It's so great to be back with you all once again this year. If you tuned in earlier, you saw we had an exclusive conversation with Regional Governor Dylan F. Pine. You can make sure to check that out on the Facebook page if you've not yet gotten a chance to see that. But we are off and running here on the Delt Day of Giving, and there's plenty to cover. A new format this year allows us to measure the top fundraisers and top chapters to award prizes at the end. If you haven't heard yet, the top 3 individual fundraisers who create their fundraising page on Classy, hit that big Become a Fundraiser button, will have the chance to win a free swag item from the Forging the Future collection of the Delt store. Inversely, on the other end of the competition, we have the top chapter. The top chapter will receive this plaque. This is just a proof. We'll get the details on there, but the chapter will walk away with this trophy that they will receive at the 2024 Carnia this summer at the Cleveland Carnia, July 31st to August 4th. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. You can go to delts.org to learn more about that upcoming event. But today, it is the Day of Giving. We are off and rolling, just over $26,000 raised. We have a ton of opportunities to engage. Strongly encourage everyone to go to deltsgive.org and to check out the donor premium section and our challenges. 2 opportunities to make your gifts go further. Get some swag items, some socks, some tumblers, notepads for your gifts that you are already going to make on the Delt Day of Giving, but also a chance to have your gifts go twice and even 3 times as far in some instances, as we will have challenges throughout the day. Right now, we have Dave Levinson and Jerry DeJaneiro sponsoring a challenge for the Delta Beta Chapter Educational Fund at Carnegie Mellon. Please go check that one out. The first $1,000 will be matched dollar for dollar on that one. And then there's some cool contingencies after that to help raise funds for that chapter educational fund. There's the kickoff challenge, graciously provided by Bob and Karen Morgan. Bob, an alumnus of the University of Minnesota Beta Eta chapter. We appreciate his generosity. That is a 2-to-1 match for up to $5,000. Make sure to check that one out. And then finally, the Fraternal Spirit Challenge from Eddie Harrington at Epsilon Kappa LSU. Congratulations to those guys on getting installed this past weekend. It's great to have the Delt flag flying back at Louisiana State University. So that one is $1,000 match to either the Epsilon Kappa Chapter Educational Fund or the annual Delt Fund, depending on the gift that you make. So check that out. Plenty of opportunities to make your gift go further this afternoon. Checking our leaderboard, our top chapters at the moment. Kappa Iota, thanks to a gracious gift from John Ward, who we'll mention in a moment. They top the leaderboard with Mu chapter at Ohio Wesleyan, close behind in second place. Big shout out to Jason Milligan, who's been driving gifts that way. And then third is a tie between Epsilon Omega at Georgia Southern and Zeta Lambda at Western Illinois, home of our chairman, Dr. Michael Schonrock, who we will hear a message from later today in some people's inboxes. And then our top fundraisers, John Ward, Jason Milligan, as aforementioned, and James McLaurin, always a great friend of the foundation, sitting in third place right now from Lafayette down in Louisiana. So John, Jason, James, clearly a trend there. We appreciate all 3 of you and your generosity thus far. So keep your eyes peeled on Facebook for interviews, stories. We'll be talking to donors, award winners, undergraduates. We'll have stories from Beta Zeta chapter and their fundraising efforts, how they express their values through philanthropy as we continue here on the Delt Day of Giving. And then at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we will be live with Craig Luke, who is a foundation board member, talking a little bit about his experience and talking about his undergraduate experience being an African-American man in a predominantly white fraternity landscape all those years ago. So we will be live next at 1 p.m. this afternoon. This is the Delt Day of Giving. We will check back in with you this afternoon, but make sure to check in at deltsgive.org. Make your gift, create your fundraising page, and make sure to share that across your networks. We appreciate all of the generosity thus far, and we'll check back in with you at 1 o'clock Eastern Time.